Hello everybody, Mind and Mike here. Welcome back to Astroneer. As I said, I was going to do a lot, and I did. I printed this thing, and this thing. So, the atmospheric condenser, as you probably remember from last episode, I said that it required an iron. And it was just easiest to find on Glacio, since it was everywhere. And that's what I did. I completely emptied everything from my backpack, the RTG, soil canister, Sylvie, everything, and got 13 Hemonite. Oh wait, no, actually what happened is I got 12 Hemonite, and I also scored this titanium alloy. So that's just all very, very nice. And let me reorganize my stuff quick. There we go. I keep things in a neat and orderly fashion if I can. What I really need is titanium, though. Thank goodness that's done, because it is super loud. Okay, anyway. So, this is how the chemistry lab works. You have these things, and they can require different resources. And you start it up. I'm making hydrogen here because I've told you about hydrogen before, I think. And the atmospheric condenser, what it does is it just... that dial there, it fills up. Once it gets to the red, it'll spin around in a circle, and one part will fill up in here. That used one part, and that's why that 1 out of 5 is now gray. Now I have hydrogen. Which now means that even though it didn't show up in the corner, I can make that. So, goodbye solid fuel thruster. Now, I can just unpack that, and boom, hydrogen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that hydrogen, put it on right there. Boom, perfect. And now, this thing has 8 launches. Just like that. And so, what I'm actually going to end up doing is, I've realized I haven't done this yet. And so, I'm going to do that. Like, I've activated the chamber over there, the gateway chamber. But, I've never actually, gone to the planet's core yet. And so that's what I'm going to do. If I don't need that, never mind. So, it'll take me a while, but, I'll get a montage set up for you. Okay, here's one of the telltale things of the core. Gravity becomes weird. I can barely tell which way is up right now. All that I know is that this is the way to the core. And wow, this dirt is really, really hard. See, if I didn't have a drill mod, I would not be able to drill this at all. But here's the core. And as you can see, the oxygen filter just ran out. That was actually perfect timing, wow. Because, oh, did you hear that hissing? I'm not, well, I am gaining oxygen, but at a much slower rate than you would if you had tethers. Gravity. Okay, and I grabbed this quartz along the way. And this is why, because if you look at the image on the quartz, the symbol for it, it's the same image as that. And so, there's this thing. But I also want a second one, and you'll see why in a bit. Okay, yeah, I have to turn down that volume. Wow. Alright. See, for me it hurts my ears, but I'll be sure to turn it down for you so then it doesn't hurt your ears. Anyway, what I do is I take this triptych, and I place it right there, and that's how you activate the core. Look at my thing, it's purple. But, here's the thing. So, you remember how before I could look at it, and there's all this. So there's this thing here, and that's why I got the second one, because the cosmic elevation node, which ends up being an unidentified satellite, as you'll see once I travel over there, you need to take one of each planet's core, so 7 triptychs, and put them all on that one thing. But, anyway, here's the cool part. If I activate this, I can end up, what'll happen is, well, I don't get that. Silva always does that. It always just has that weird little thing in the core. But, here I am. I am now at the surface of the one that I initially activated. So, gateway chambers are a teleportation system. And that's what makes them really, really cool. Yeah. So, in most games, I usually try to, well, I get 2 certain glacier pods right away. And then I, activate all the cores, because the iron that I got from, Glacio, I had to use my rocket in order to get to it, of course. But, what if I don't want to do that? Then, in that case, I can just go to the gateway chambers and just teleport over there. So, yes, it's all very, very interesting. At least for me, anyway. So right now what I want to do, well, first what I want to do is I want to feed Sylvie quick, because I like being able to see in dark places. So let's feed Sylvie. Also, I got another bit of ammonium, and so I'm going to end up putting that there, and then starting that there. Because hydrazine thrusters, they have 1, 2, 3 ports. Each full hydrazine canister gives 8 launches, and so you can have a maximum of 24 launches with a hydrazine thruster. Also, it doesn't leave a ton of debris like that. Even if that debris could be useful when it comes to, like, just getting scrapped. Oh, also, funny things. This, since I don't really care about this, I'm just gonna do that. Now let's have it go up. But you see, there's an ignite button. If I ignite it... Oh. Well, that's gone. But yeah, that just uses up the fuel. That's it. So, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Since I have so much fuel now, I'm not really afraid to use it. So I'm just gonna go right over to that satellite. Just to show you how it works. Oh yeah, and here's Usagi. I put him next to my ship. Because I don't really have anywhere else to put him. But, now, if I look over at the sun, you can see that there's that purple thing. Unidentified satellite. So, I travel over there. It gets all, like, weird zoom. You can see Aatrox right there. And then I just teleport right up to... I fly right up to there. And you can see that there are all of these things. Just all these pedestals. And what these pedestals are for is the triptychs. And what you have to do, because for some reason they reordered them in the last 2 months, and that was really confusing. I thought that my game had broken because I wasn't able to activate this when I was, like, going through a creative speedrun. And I realized, oh, it's because they ordered it wrong. So, for those of you that have played this game before and are wondering why it's not working, it's because they changed the order of where you have to line them up. And so, you have to look at the symbols and apply them to the right symbol. But what this does is it just produces that ring that spins. Nothing much about it. But this stone over here, which just automatically shows up if you come over to the planet even if you don't have a triptych. What you can do is you can see the sun right there. Here is the satellite. And you can see all these planets. You can see that Silva is slightly pinker than all the rest, which are all gray. So what I can do is you can see the activate button and you already know what's going to happen. I can teleport to Silva. Of course it won't, like, teleport me to the surface of Silva, but it's still there, and I can teleport back up to the satellite. And so when it comes to getting resources, that's mostly what I'm going to be doing whenever I activate cores. Of course, unlike printing the atmospheric condenser and the chemistry lab, that was odd. Unlike printing those with off-screen, I will activate all the planet cores on-screen, because I know how some things should work. Yeah, and there's this field here. So even if I had a jump jet, say that I had a jump jet on my right active slot, I would not be able to use it, because the satellite and one other place. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the satellite does not allow you to fly. Even if you're in creative mode, the only way that you can fly is if you are flying and you get into the shuttle, or you teleport over here. pretty much you have to be initially flying. If you're not flying already, it won't let you it won't let you fly on these planets. So yeah, that's the satellite. Of course, I need to fly this thing back to Silva, because and I've tried this. You can't take a packager and package something and hold it as you teleport. Especially when it's a large, especially when it's an item that came from a large printer, then you definitely can't. But even if you're carrying a medium item, tier 2 item, which like this thing, which you can just hold in your hand like this, it doesn't matter, it'll just automatically drop it. So, you saw how I always have my QTRTG plugged in, right? Well, now, since I got those, I got the bytes. But I also have this QTRTG right here. So now, I have two QTRTGs. Which, let me tell you, that is nice. So I managed to get this thing. I got a lot of more missions. So multi-core processing will end up happening through the looking glass, because in order to get through the looking glass, which is activate the satellite, you have to activate all the cores. So, vertical thinking, do I want that? No, I don't. I want this thing. So, I'm going to end up finishing this, and I'm also going to activate the chambers on DeSolo. So, I need plastic and aluminum alloy. 2 plastic, 1 aluminum alloy. You know what, I can also fill this thing back up. There. So, aluminum alloy. Aluminum and copper. Aluminum, not that hard to get, but I only have 2, so I'm going to need to go get more later. But you can see that stuff up there. I don't know why I can see it when I don't think I should be able to. That's malachite. Copper material. Here's a closer look. Malachite will only appear in Silva's mountains or Kalidor's caves. And all this stuff you can actually see, by the way, in the Astropedia resources menu. Malachite, Silva Mountains, Kalidor Caves. So yeah, don't really need to worry about that. And I'm going to die. Not on my watch. Got the 2 malachite, which I'll just plop in right there. And activate my generators. 1 copper. 2 copper. And then I also grabbed the aluminum. Oh, by the way, you know that thing that I grabbed the oxygenator from for the xenobiology lab? There are other items on it. There ended up being another piece of zinc and 1 zinc and 1 aluminum. So that is all that's all nice. Means that I don't really have to worry about it. I really need more power. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make more power after this. So I've made all the aluminum alloy and all the plastic that I needed. I realized I also need 2 more copper, so I grabbed some more malachite from the mountain right over there, because I think that I already ran this mountain out of malachite. So I had to go over there and get some. Got some filters. I got some power cells because I forgot to bring my oxygenator with me. So now I can turn that thing back on. And there we go. Got copper, aluminum alloy, plastic, and I can't hold that one, so what do I get rid of? Well, obviously oxygen filters. So, now, what I can do is, since I have all 6 items I need, I can just end up going over to DeSolo. It's Calidor, not DeSolo right there. If I head over to DeSolo, and you can see where my base is because of the markers. And if I just spin around the planet quick, I can reach that landing pad. And so if I bring this stuff over here, what I can end up doing is, if I grab this, put that in, that, and then that, and that'll complete that mission, and then just this 2 copper, because remember I already put in the zinc. Boom. There we go. And so, now what it wants... Oh, I also completed this thing, which gives another line of missions. Sort of like the xenobiology, except, different, of course. And you can hear that it's going crazy. And it wants me to activate the map. And look at that! Gives me a hoverboard. So let's activate it, run away. And you can see, there's its plutonium rods. And they are getting very, very red. Yeah, that's why I built my base over here. And let's investigate the wreckage, even though this is all it is. It's just broken. There's nothing like if I were to have a, there's nothing like if you were to have a, exocache break. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to Silva because I don't want my QTRTGs there on DeSolo since I won't be doing much. I'm also not gonna activate the planet today. Like, I don't want to worry about it. And don't mind me just phasing through the planet. Alright, land up there. And boom. It's nighttime now. And so, if I do this... There we go. We got another QTRTG. So that's neat. It's very easy to get QTRTGs in this game sometimes, so... But, here's the best thing. Personal low-friction mobility device. It's a hoverboard. Double tap to equip. And look at this. Look at how much faster I am. And the best part is that there's no penalty for holding items. Like, if I were to grab my rocket, you can see that I can't move. Like, I'm trying to move around right now. But, if I jump on my hoverboard and grab it, look at that. I can move around, no problem. So, yeah, I really like the hoverboard, especially if I, say, forget my oxygenator. So, yeah, that's all really, really nice. I'm gonna end up leaving that digging deeper spot there until I get to, Glacio, till I build a Glacio base, because, Glacio, this weird thing, which, if you remember, is like the strange objects that just produce that thing. The thing gets placed on Glacio right away, even though it says gather malachite, and there is no malachite on Glacio. the thing gets placed on Glacio, so yeah. We'll worry about all that next episode. Because, wow, did we get a lot done today. Mostly I'm just excited for this. Because now I finally don't have to, like, just walk everywhere. Walking is boring, so says my title. Anyway, hit the like button if you like this content. Hit the subscribe button to, so then you can see whenever I post, even though, of course, I still have the same 5 o'clock schedule. Except for last week. Last week was weird. I sort of messed up the timing of it and it ended up getting posted at 6:30. But whatever. Anyway. This was Mind and Mike, and thanks for watching.